And we are inside Hatch Hall, Mr. David Hazeltine. David, welcome back to Rochester.
Thank you. It's great to be here again. Haven't been here since Chuck Mangione was, giving money away. Let's put it that way. Remember those old days? He was sponsoring these upstate tours.
I remember the first time I saw you was at the old lodge at Woodcliff with Karin Allison a number of years ago.
Wow, I don't even remember that. That's wow.
It was, yeah.
Okay.
So it's been a minute or two, but so that's why we're so happy to have you here and thrilled to have you here in town for 3 nights playing solo, playing with One for All, and playing with Joe Farnsworth and Derrick Alexander. So again, we're thrilled to have you here. People actually started lining up, David, at approximately 3 o'clock this afternoon to watch you play. No kidding.
Serious?
Oh, yeah. You go outside, you'll see people lined up.
No kidding. Wow, that's great. I love that.
So you've got a brand new album coming out on Smoke Sessions Records, Paul Stash's label. What's the name of the record and the project?
Well, we don't have a name yet because it's so new. I mean, we just did it like 3 weeks ago. We literally recorded it 3 weeks ago. I took the photos last night on a break from the gig that we played. One for All played last night, and on the first break, that's the only hour break, we went out to 107th and West End Avenue and took photographs with Jimmy Katz, a famous jazz photographer. Took the cover pictures, and we ended up getting almost assaulted by by a very righteous citizen who, didn't think we should be in the middle of the road. But we were kind of safe, but and it's not that much traffic up there. But anyway, we just did it. It's a trio record that features Ron Carter and Al Foster and myself.
Amazing. Speaking with David Hazeltine on Jazz 90.1. So that's a pretty amazing lineup that you were able to put Ron, because Ron's so busy, and Al Foster as well. So why those guys and why now?
Why those guys? Because, they're some of the best. And Paul and I felt that, if we're going to do this trio thing, because I did one for him several years ago, and it was with David Williams and Joe Farnsworth and Seamus Blake. And we recorded it live at Smoke. That's how the label kind of started, was doing live records at the club. So the deal was you'd get a 3-night engagement at the club and record at the same time, and out of that recording, you come up with a record. Then it morphed into playing 3 nights at the club and then going into the studio, which is cool too. Mine was the last one that was recorded live at the club. And believe it or not, I thought, well, Paul, what are you saying about my work at doing live recording? And actually, he said, you did such an amazing job that I don't think that's going to ever be done again. So I just decided to move the stuff into the studio after the 3-night engagement, because bands don't get a chance to do that. There aren't enough opportunities for bands to play the repertoire and then record like in the old days, where first of all, because it's very hard to keep a band together. So anyway, I think, this time on this record, we didn't do the 3 nights at Smoke. We didn't even have a rehearsal. I wrote the music. I sent it to the guys. Ron and I have played, we recorded a couple of times here and there, just little things. Al and I have recorded a lot more together and have played in situations. I've been in his band for a few nights, and we've done some other things together. But this was really the first time that we had a chance to play this music, and so we just did it in the studio, and it was I think out of the 30, this is my 36th record as a leader. This was the quickest date ever. It was 4.5 hours. We do, this is amazing about jazz in the first place. Rock guys work on records for years, at least months, and we usually do it in about 6 or 7 hours, but this was 4.5, which is pretty
Blue Note days.
pretty amazing. Yeah, well, yeah. So
Speaking with David Hazeltine here on Jazz 90.1, playing 3 nights here in the Flower City, tonight here at Hatch Hall, tomorrow at Kilbourne Hall with One for All, and then on Monday over at Max's. David, thank you so much for taking jazz further with your amazing work.
Thank you. Thanks for having me as a guest.